Oh no, I know that you just that was a major delay, Simon.
That was awful. Oh,
that was actually
was bad.
Was it on time with me? Do you think?
I just was like, I always lean back for a clap. And I just it's not natural. It's not. Should we cut the clap? Natural. This is live, but like, do we need the clap? Does the clap serve any purpose?
Yes.
Are we still talking about the audio?
We're talking about the clap.
The clap.
Does the clap serve any purpose?
It does. It does actually serve a bit of a purpose because if I
how do I know?
Well, because when I do it, I can at least know that there is a couple of seconds delay, and then when I just know there will be. Whereas if I've got to do that by you talking and working out the delay through just talking, it's really tricky. So it's just a good marker, and then I can just, it doesn't take as long to adjust the layering on all the different audios. Welcome to episode 56.
Yeah,
this is how it works.
I was going to say the reason I ask is because Hamish is going to be this is recorded on a Thursday. And the podcast is going out tomorrow.
It is the
day before.
We've put Hamish in the tank.
Well, I was kind because you were busy Monday. You had a lot of stuff going on, so I said I can do a one-off.
I was not busy. I was there.
No, not you, Trip.
As I am every Monday. I just want to, for the audience's sake, just to make sure they know, I commit.
Well, the audience won't know at all. Simon is just... I just said, look, everybody gets one. This is my once a year. All right, I'll bust a gut. And I've got to record a Kano deck tech tomorrow, as well as try and edit this.
I mean, you don't have to. You sorted that out on your own time.
Yeah, look, right. Content is content, right?
It is content.
And the people want it, right? The people want it. Let's do some home news. Home news. Home news.
Whoa, God, you threw that out of nowhere. I was so not prepared.
Let's go.
Let's do it.
Can I kick off?
Yeah,
you can kick off.
You can kick off.
Armored Core 6 Fires of Rubicon has completely scuppered my ability to want to practice this week for Nationals. That game is
you may have noticed my face
game.
has gone completely blank there. I don't understand what you're saying.
Explain what this game is, Hamish, to the listening audience at home.
Here's 10 seconds. It's the new From Software game. The guys that made Dark Souls and Elden Ring have made another game, which is called Armored Core, which is an old game from the PlayStation. And it's very hard, very tricky, very mechy. And
you play as an armored mech.
Yeah, and you customize it in lots of different ways. It's extremely customizable to the point of ridiculous. And you just complete missions, fight extremely hard bosses that are also mechs, and rinse and repeat. And I've now realized there's an online mode, and it's really, really good. Really good.
Bring back mission-based games. Right?
It is mission-based games.
I used to love mission-based games.
This is mission-based games.
That's what I said. Bring it back, because I'm so done with never-ending games or like games,
complete sandbox,
like games that want to take over your life. Just give me like 15 to 20 good levels. You know what was another good? Metal Gear Solid 5. That was another great.
God.
It was like an open world, but it was all.
But it was open
levels,
world,
right? That's what I want. Is an endpoint that I can reach and then move on.
I need to go back and play that game because I got out of the hospital and then I suddenly stopped playing the game.
That's like the beginning of the game.
I know.
Oh, what? You only just got out of the hospital?
It's a really good first level.
Metal Gear Solid 5 was just the first game that made me think, this is next gen. This is the most groundbreaking thing I've ever played. The graphics was nuts. The level to detail over just the silliest of things. Like, if I knocked over this telephone pole and the wires fall on the floor, the man walking on the wires will be electrocuted. No way on earth would anyone just put this detail in. They'll just go, the pole will fall on the floor. It will, and you just drive over it. No one will care. It's like, in fact, in GTA, your car will just smash into it at full force and bounce off this thing. So there's no way they're going to program this thing to fall over. That's too much programming.
Well, it's like GTA. Some things your car will just smash through, and then another thing it'll be like
just
a
good movable object,
and it's immovable. You're like, I don't understand.
No, I know fences are unmovable, and certain lampposts are. You go through them, but a tiny fence.
I'll talk about what video game I'm playing. Well, I was going to say, Simon normally goes next, so we can keep the audience.
I don't know. It's kind of random, this one.
It is a bit random. My summer holidays have been a mixture of mini holidays with the family and just keeping the kids busy. So my daughter went for her first 1-to-1 drum lesson the other week.
Ooh.
So she does drum lessons at school, and she went for a 1-to-1 drum lesson, had a great time. She learned a whole song in 1.5 hour drum session. So I was super proud. I got a little video. I am musically inept. I used to try and play the bass, but not very well.
I need to listen to this
conversation before, haven't we? Where we said we would be in a band, but then we decided. Because Hamish, don't you play?
No, Hamish was the bassist as well.
That's what we realised. All three of us would want to be the bassist.
Hamish was actually a bassist in a band.
Yeah, I actually am a legit bassist. I'm not like I have a jam. I actually, can play.
Do you still keep it up? Do you still?
play? I always grab the bass guitar when I'm just sitting at work, and then I just have a what's it called? A stomp. Is it a stomp?
Slap the bass, mate.
Yeah, I know. I can actually slap the bass. I can slap the bass. Mate, I was so inspired by Korn and Red Hot Chili Peppers. That it was just...
These are ridiculous bassists.
Yeah, Flea and Fieldy. Anyway, but so well done. I wanted to see this video because I want to check out your daughter's rhythm. Has she got the groove? Has she got rhythm?
Well, your daughter can be the drummer in the band, which is
she can.
So we've got 3 bassists and a drummer. Oh, that's what we would. Kate can sing actually, so maybe we've got something.
I think. What about Sean? Keyboard.
I bet you Sean can play an instrument. I don't know.
I don't think he does.
I was going to say, I wonder if he can sing. I bet he can sing.
I reckon he's a concert flautist or something.
No, I reckon he's the guy that has the little. Flautist. What's the thing with the wire that goes?
Mandolin.
Yeah, that'll be it.
Oh, now you're just naming
the harp. No, it's a
instruments that the Flight of the Conchords used to enjoy.
Yeah, well, that's where I got.
I know.
Trip, what's your home news?
So I've been playing Baldur's Gate 3.
Still,
I'm about 80 hours in. I finished.
Are you still in Act 1?
So I'm on the climax of the game.
Okay.
But I was playing it today, and I was like, you know what? I can't be bothered to finish the game.
Oh no!
The end of a game. It's like
I hate that.
There's the big final build up to
and
the
then
boss,
you kind of just go.
And then there's the boss. And then there's I don't know this, but I assume there's going to be the bit after the boss that goes on for slightly too long, especially in an RPG where you tie up all the loose.
Yeah,
all the story.
And
I was like, you know what? I just can't be bothered to. I need a good time commitment to do that. So I decided to start a new game today. So I just started a new playthrough.
No, Trip. You need to honestly, Trip. You need to play Armored Core. No,
I can't.
You do. No, you
I
can.
Need a break,
no, honestly,
it's
that game is so you. It's unreal.
Starfield. I might save Armored Core for the deepest, darkest winter, and I'll just blast through it.
You won't blast through it.
Nah, man,
it's so hard.
I'm all good.
I'm
not good at mech games though.
No, it's not Elden Ring.
Feels like all the games that are coming out at the moment are very sci-fi based. I'm not the biggest sci-fi fan. I much prefer fantasy.
You're a fantasy fan.
I prefer Elden Ring, Baldur's Gate, fantasy style, sword and board kind of stuff.
I'm with you.
Are you still on Diablo 4? Or have you dropped that now?
No, mate, I hate that game.
I told you it was garbage.
That's what I was getting at earlier when I was like, give me a game that ends.
Yeah. What's wrong with endings?
I don't want to sell my life to click, 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 kill a bunch of things, click, 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 kill a bunch of things over and over. There's no end. It's just.
And you can just replay and replay and replay.
It's not a game. It's not a game.
It's a lifestyle game.
It's not fun. It's not a video game. It's just it's a weird kind of commitment, and I'm just like.
Did you like Sekiro?
I've never played Sekiro.
Oh my god! Right,
yeah,
dude, you should play Sekiro. There's an ending.
Now I've played everything but Sekiro. Well, that's why I like the Dark Souls.
What's Sekiro?
Sekiro is the same guys that made Dark Souls.
Samurai Dark Souls.
Okay.
No, it's you should definitely play that because that's a game that's just it has that. Yeah, it's the Dark Souls bold. Anyway, whatever. Right, guys, pick up Armored Core. It is. Yeah. I've got Gorgonian Tome on bosses. It, and this is Trip.
I like bosses. Yeah.
Seriously, I said this to Gorg Tome. He was playing.
Today's going to be a short home news, and then
it is still short. It's still short.
Yeah, it's still 10 minutes. Anyway, let's move on. Let's talk Nationals. Armored Core 6.
Hamish, what are you drinking tonight?
Oh, Simon, it's my last one of the Beer 52 Club.
They're finally running out.
I know. They gave me a ring actually, saying I'll give you another 24 for a tenner.
You meant they gave you like an actual ring for your finger?
They did actually give me a ring.
An honoured member of Beer 52.
Well, I've cancelled.
Beer 52 ring.
You're an honoured member of our cancelled subscription.
Did you actually cancel?
Yeah, of course.
Anyway, he managed to cancel. Yeah.
I've got a Cold Intentions Cold IPA from Sirens. So,
yeah,
very nice. There you go, Simon. What are you drinking?
I am still working my way through Brewdog Christmas beers. So I have a Shadow Maker.
It's almost Christmas.
Irish dry stout.
Classic.
Yeah.
Is that the one they're basically putting out as their Guinness?
No, that was Guinness. Black Heart.
Black Heart. Yeah. We talked about that because I had I got. It does taste. My Irish friends from drinking that. So Guinness. And to be fair to them, Guinness is tastier. I'm very
only
basic.
in Ireland though.
Oh, I've jumped right in.
Yeah, go. I want to come. What about your wild card?
I've just got a Camden House. I got some beers left over from. I had a party. We had a 6th anniversary.
Oh, I can tell from the bin.
Party. That's more than just a party, mate.
That's just today.
There was a bottle of prosecco over there, but I moved it out the shop.
That bin is rammed full of pie.
There's some tonic water over there.
No one can see it.
If anyone can recognise,
we can't see it
in my kitchen. But anyway, I got some Camden Hells left, so I'm just having one of those.
Nice.
And yeah, I'm looking forward to
drinking it.
Saying cheers and drinking it. Cheers, guys. What I was really going to say is I'm looking forward to this weekend. We don't normally get to do a podcast.
What's going on this weekend?
To the day that's going out, and it's going out on Friday, which is the day before UK Nationals. Now, the main thing I wanted to talk about is, apart from the train strike, which I don't know if that counts, but I don't think anything crazy has happened this year.
No royalties are dead.
Yeah. No. The king's still living. Don't date the podcast, but the king is still alive.
Yeah.
If he dies tonight, that will be. Jeez, can you imagine? One day to make it.
Everything will be like that. Right, here we go again. I'll be sitting there going, I'm not going. I'm going to lose.
Charles is dead. Nationals is over.
Yeah,
I think we've gone too far down this rabbit hole.
Well,
already.
Anyway, so I think nothing will
go
wrong.
We're all going to Leeds tomorrow.
I think nothing will go wrong. But
I just got beer all over myself. Sorry.
Oh, that's a start. Well, the last one wasn't even like anything gone wrong. The first one we did.
Yeah, it was. It was the Queen fucking died.
No, that wasn't the first one.
We're in enough before they demonetize the video for a single swear.
Oh god!
Hey, Rich, edit that out.
Did you just swear?
Yeah.
What did you say?
Nothing major.
You just dropped an F-bomb about the Queen.
Oh,
yeah. Because you just said nothing happened. The Queen died.
Yeah, fuck the Queen. Anyway, so
no, we can't have two. We're definitely on that. We're not interested in making.
Spotify. Everyone listens on Spotify.
I can't believe we're going to miss out on that £2.50.
Don't worry, everyone. The ads that you're having to watch during the podcast are
not
really
coming to us.
None of them are coming to us. The other thing was that it wasn't just that. Is they made the trophy and it said
England.
That's right, England.
National champion, right?
They had to send it back, didn't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was. But the first one wasn't a problem, was it? It was just a bit controversial.
It was a bit controversial.
There was drama during the event, but I guess it wasn't that bad, was it?
I feel like we don't have drama anymore now. I feel like there is.
Because turns out that it wasn't that bad.
No, there's nothing compared to really. There's actually been some other events that have happened that people have legit been banned from the
cheated.
game. Yeah. And I'm like, well, it's never happened to us. But it is the UK Nationals, so there's always some you never know. There could be some outspoken people.
And it's back in the Leeds Royal Armouries Museum, which
Living Realms.
It feels a bit like home when you go up there now.
It is. That feels like
there.
It does feel like the main play. I don't know. And Dark Souls did a really good job, like a really, really good job. But
Dark
Souls.
I
saw Trip's face like, what's wrong with Dark Souls? Oh, Dark Sphere.
Yeah. They did it. They genuinely did.
They did a really good job.
David did a great job. And
but Leeds,
it's Leeds. It's Leeds is
special.
It's
It was our first real come together. Everyone, let's try and compete. Trip. What have you just? Is Simon just like?
I can't believe Simon didn't pounce
I
that
know.
one. I looked at him before I was like.
Did you just lick a can?
No. So we're all coming on each other at nationals, right? So.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Okay,
so come together, right? So we're all anyway. So it's exciting. We've got Tabletop 24 streaming this time round. We're casting it it's with casters and it's with Trip and Sean. It's the first.
Me and Sean are doing a cast at day 1, and then depending on how these guys do, they may be joining us for day 2.
Oh, 100%.
So we're going to be bringing you the cast like we did a calling with Tabletop 24 and Baz.
Yeah.
So and it's like
teamwork makes the dream work.
We did all qualify, but I decided I wanted to keep doing the casting, which is going to be interesting. I think I was like looking at some of the pictures from the Royal Armouries on the Living Realm website, and I did think it's going to be weird when everyone sits down for like the pre-meet, and I'm like, oh, but
you're gonna love it. I'm telling you, you're gonna love it.
Although, you know, I really enjoyed the calling, and I really enjoyed casting the games, and I thought sooner or later you got to make a. You don't have to make a choice.
Make that decision.
There was an opportunity there for us to do it, and I thought, well, let's just go for it, right? So I'm really happy with that. But these two guys are gonna be.
Well, I thought.
To be honest, there was no way after I spent 8 days grinding. There's no way I could turn around to Nicky and say I'm not playing in it.
I went to that one RTN, and I thought, well, Viserai has still got Rosetta, and I've just cheesed it again. Do you know what I mean? I cheesed my way in, and I thought, well, I might as well go because next year I've ran out of real options because I've been riding on Viserai with Viserai.
Are you?
Yeah, I am.
You might.
Hey.
Control Viserai.
Control.
But like you could say, like Hamish was saying on our other video, I didn't really do anything to qualify. I just did what I normally do, which is just play every event I go to.
Show up.
Yeah.
And then I just had so much XP I was in. So I don't know, you know, it's one of those things that like if it's so difficult to get casting jobs because it's super competitive and so many people want to do it.
Yeah, by no means are we the only ones that want to do it.
No, not at all. Not at all.
You've got to stay on top of the game, you know.
Yeah, like, and I was just wanted to keep going, and Sean's going to be joining as well, which is great, and we're really just keen to keep doing stuff like this that's exciting and new, and trying new stuff out. So, but I'm looking forward to seeing you guys on the stream.
Yeah,
as in playing on the stream. I'm sure going to bring you on. I want to see you two play each other in the draft again.
Oh, Simon!
That's going to be
3 for 3
again.
3 for 3. Please.
I can see how it's going to do. I can see how it's going to go. Hamish is going to draft V of the Vanguard. And absolutely wipe.
And you're gonna play Chain, and you're just gonna be like, "Oh, my banishers didn't work." Oh.
Banishers never work in draft because you never have enough blood.
No, they do.
Trip, you're talking
right.
Trip.
Did you see the game on the Polish Nats where Chain beat Prism and didn't banish a single card? Did they have
Dreadside?
No, he was just playing Galaxy Black, and all he was doing is chipping away. He decked out the Prism.
What? Yeah, it's a way of doing it. Why not? Eh? I like it.
It works.
It's a bit risky if they actually have a bunch of auras in their deck and set up on you, but I still like it.
Hamish, honestly though, how are you after seeing the fallout of the first weekend of national season? How are you feeling?
Well, Armored Core 6 hasn't helped. So
this has always happened. Elden Ring.
Actually, you know what? Actually, Armored Core 6 has really helped because I've kind of reserved to the fact that I am not as prepared as last year, and and Shin messaged me just today saying, you know, we're really nervous, quite nervous now because it's just not really finding our feet with a deck yet. So I'm bringing 3 decks with me.
Are you 3?
Yeah, I know it's not normally like me, is it? I've got my hero. I'm playing it. I don't care. And this time around, I'm like, no, I'm gonna bring 3 along, and I'm kind of feeling all right with just picking who I want to pick. And I'm really happy that Trip and Sean are casting. I'm really happy that I can just got other things I can sort of do within the event space that isn't just all about, you know, I've got to go all the way there and I've got to try and come out with something. And if I don't come out with something, I'm just kind of mooching about doing not a lot or whatever. So I'm just going to enjoy myself. And I think a lot of that is actually going to help me actually perform well, because I know that whenever I'm just not overthinking what I need to do, and you just play the game in front of you,
absolutely,
you just do better. You just genuinely do better. And
people keep asking me, actually, like, are you prepared for your nationals? And I keep saying, well, I'm not as prepared as I should be, but I'm also not as stressed as I would be if I was prepared. Because there's if you've put the time in for like the last month and a half or 2 months or whatever, you build up the expectation on yourself, don't you? You sort of go in feeling, I'm prepared, I should do well.
Yeah, I've invested 2 months of my time to try and get this down. I hope it works.
Whereas I've been having a lovely summer holidays with the kids and enjoying family time, getting the odd game on Talishar. I think I've played 50 games on Talishar in the last
I think you're doing the right thing. Yeah, I think you're doing the right thing, Simon, and I'm sort of like that as well. I don't want to go in going, I don't know what I'm doing. Yeah. I know what I'm doing. I'm just, I haven't spent a month honing and refining. And I think it's actually really difficult to do that in this. Like last year's Nationals, it was quite clear.
Yeah.
Who is it that's extremely good? Yeah. And you either do really well against that or you don't, And even the year before, it was Briar. It was Briar, and you just got to kick Briar's butt, and that's, if you can do that, you're doing relatively well. This one is, you got to beat Lexi, right? That's what we all know, and then everything else is like, God knows, mate. You know what I mean? It's
very varied.
There's a bit of mishmash, isn't there?
You got some good matchups and some awful matchups, and you just go, well, what do you do if against the awful one? Probably lose, but I'll try my best.
It's all about the draft as well. I say this every year.
I was going to say there's only 3 rounds of CC on the first day.
What's your thoughts on that? 3 rounds of CC on day 1.
I think it's great. I really like it.
I think it's good.
No, I don't. I
prefer it that way around. I prefer it this way round. And then it's all to play. It's kind of all to play for day 2, where it's just pure CC day 2. I think you're right. That way.
I think you're right in terms of if you looked at it on paper, you're right, 100%. But I think for my day, I really like the first Nats where I went 3 rounds of CC, 3 rounds of draft, and then I ended on another 3 rounds of CC. And then, do you know what I mean?
I know what you mean. And it is a bit weird because you're gonna sort of siege yourself on 3 rounds of CC, and you could get, to be honest, there's going to be 120 odd people there. You could get matched up against anyone in the first 3 rounds. There's going to be so many people at 3-0.
Yeah.
That you could end up, just tiebreakers could put you in the first, second, or maybe third pod. So your draft experience is going to be all based on tiebreakers.
Yeah, I always imagine draft is like a washing machine. When you just have all these people going, okay, so these really good heroes from the first 3 games are winning, and then you got these really good players all sitting on 3-0, and now it's the washing machine. It's like some really great players, like, oh my God, I just come out of this 1 and 2, and you're like, oh man, that's really. And then he's like, where are you in day 2? I'm like, oh my God, I'm like 40th.
at the number of people on social media absolutely slamming draft in Fab now. And I think it's a big overreaction. I think it's definitely a reaction specific to the Monarch draft format.
Let's see
but,
what Saturday's like.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But generally, the vibe I've got from draft at big events, including Worlds, where it was Uprising, which had been drafted for a long time, was generally positive. People came out of the drafts feeling generally positive. And from the weekend just gone, it felt like there was a lot of people, especially in the US, that just did not enjoy their draft experience.
The only draft experience I enjoyed was Tails. And I didn't mind Uprising, but I didn't do that.
That's because you got Terra Sunder.
Jeez. Oh, I got Terra Sunder twice. No, but I just love that. I love the feel of the whole thing. I like Tales of Aria's sort of feel to it. But yeah, I've done a bit of drafting on Monarch. I can't say that I'm excited, but I'm not. Yeah. But I'm not saying it's gonna be awful.
Terrible.
But you know what I mean? I'm just like nonplussed. I'm just like, nah. It's a shame it's not exciting.
I don't think it's not exciting. I think people have overreacted a bit to it. I think.
Oh yeah, I don't think it's
probably
terrible.
And probably also heat of the moment stuff.
Yeah.
A lot of people are going to go in 3-0. This is the trouble with the way it works, is that you're going to have so many people that go 3-0, and so many of those people are then going to go 1-2 or 0-3. That's how it works. That is how
that's what's there
CC
for. Yeah.
Interdraft works. There's no way to not have a person do that. There's no. If you go 3-0. One of those 3-0s.
I think it's the quality of the game.
A lot of those 3-0s are going to come out with 0 wins in draft.
I think it's the quality of the game, though.
And then they're going to tweet about it, and then they're going to be mad about it, and that's fine. Like that's going to be a reaction to that. I would react that too, and I would go out there and I would say,
"He's not listening."
Well, I went 3-0 in CC, but then the draft screwed me up. No, because I want to say something because you guys are talking about it, and I think that people are overreacting because they're going to come out of it with that experience.
And I'm just saying, I don't think it's the results. Right? I think it's the quality of the games of the results. Where even people who just 3-0 just kind of went, I just walked over this guy. There wasn't really a moment where it's like, oh man, like that was a real tight, close knit thing where we both, you know what I mean? It was just like. I just kind of walked over them, and then the person that lost them just kind of felt like I just got really walked over. There's no like fine balancing tune to this. I actually saw two guys that we really know from the UK did a draft. They played their game. I think it was Mark and Shim. I said, "How did it go?" And he went, "Oh, well, we just played our second game. Shim won 20-0, and we just did another game, and now I'm winning 20-0." With the same deck. I'm like, what? What's happened? He went, don't know. The other person just gets rolling and they just get walked. And they just replayed the same game with the same draft deck. And the other guy got walked. It was a very bizarre experience of Chain versus Levia. But that's just that specific game on its own. And I'm not, like I'm saying, I'm not poo-pooing the whole thing. I don't think it's doom and gloom. I don't think it's terrible, blah, 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 blah. I'm just not excited either. I'm not like, oh my god, this draft is so flipping cool. There's so many cool things.
It's not like it's a new set either. Like
no,
Monarch's been around a long time.
Well, we've played Monarch as well a bit. Yeah. Maybe not so much a lot of draft, but it's not.
Yeah, but it was around. The exciting bit about it is that it's going to be first edition Monarch cards again.
Oh, is it?
Which
all right, okay, well,
which could be quite cool. Like if someone opens a library or a Colorful Phantasmal Footsteps, or
well, it won't be me.
You've already opened your library.
Yeah, I know. But, yeah, I know what you mean. It's cool that it's first edition. That's I mean, I'm just telling how it is.
Just something's come to mind. While we're talking about nationals, there is one person who won't be joining us at nationals.
The Queen,
one of our patrons, Jack Raven.
Oh. Oh yes, Jack! Congratulations!
Congratulations, Jack.
Barbie.
I'm hoping everyone is doing well and is happy and on the right track. But I know it was a little bit earlier than planned, so congratulations. And I'm sorry you can't be there, but everyone will be thinking of you, I'm sure.
Welcome to the Dad Club, baby.
He's already a dad, isn't he?
He's already a dad, mate.
Is he?
Yeah.
He's already got one, yeah.
Oh, he didn't tell me that. Well, welcome to the Dad Club 2. The sequel. But it is a sequel, isn't it? Being a Dad. When you have another one, it is a sequel.
It is a big jump to 2.
Yeah, it is. It's a being a dad is one thing. Being a dad of 2 is another.
Anyway. So I wanted to move away from draft chat because I think day 2 is going to be really interesting. As Trip says, having all CC on the second day is probably the best way to do it, and having 3 rounds into a top 8 is going to be a lot of fun. I remember last year there was no cut. Was there last year, Trip? We just ran into day 2.
No, there was a top 24 cut.
Top 24.
Yeah, I remember Mark came 24th and had a cry. He was like, "Oh, I can't believe I did it," and then he dropped because he knew he'd never make top 8.
There's always a cut to day 2, because it means that people that don't make it can go play in the PTI event. So
is there a cut in this one?
There should be a cut X2 normally. I think.
No,
it is.
I got told there's not, just so people can try and play for the money. But they did that last year.
That's interesting, though. If that's true, I didn't know that. That is interesting because that makes it a bit more of a decision point.
Yeah, because if you're
whether
sitting
people
there
want to play
30th,
for the money,
that's what I did.
Yeah,
I was 30th
because it was always a thing. If you made the day 2, you were guaranteed to go home with some money. So that's interesting. That's an interesting way of doing it. But maybe I quite like it.
I thought this was what they did last. I thought the first year they cut the top 24, and last year
did they not cut? I thought they did
not cut.
Again.
No,
I thought
me and Simon were below 24, and then we played for the money.
Like 26th, 27th. Yeah.
Yeah, but no. But when we started,
you ended up going up quite high in the end, Hamish. I think you finished like.
I was on. I was 36th coming into day 2, and I ended 16th.
Yeah. I was 13th.
Yeah, I 3-0'd my CC.
Oh, sorry. I thought it was a cut last year as well, but I think you guys are right. Yeah, because you would have come in.
You were so high up there, Trip. You never saw.
He didn't know where we were.
I was on a tear.
Tearing out last year.
And then the last 3 games.
Turns out you can play Fire in CC and in draft. It's always a good time. That's good. That is good because as much as I did like the first nationals when it was like. You're guaranteed to be taking home some money. That was a pretty good feeling. But I think that took off the pressure for the first nationals. Maybe it was a bad thing. Maybe it was like, oh, I'm going to take money. So it took you.
Yeah, that's what Mark. I remember he said, oh, I'm 24th. I've made money. I might as well just drop and do the PTI because I'll never make top 8. Like I've got money. I might as well just.
So now it's just going to be. There's not going to be any cut. Is it just going to be like it's basically like a self cut, right? Because you're just going to move to the next tournament if you're not going to make the top 24.
Well, as you say, if you're not X2, then it's probably worth dropping and playing the PTI.
No, I was X4 coming into day 2.
No, but in terms of getting top 8.
Oh, if you really care about the top 8,
yeah. But it's essentially a free tournament, so it's pretty good.
Yeah, it walks away with
EV, as the kids say, to play and make some money, right? So
is it top 24 get money again this year?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I think
so. Now I'm down with myself because I thought for some reason I convinced myself it was a cut to top 24 last year, but it
was a good job we set you straight before you cast that.
Before I could have said that live on stream, it would have been an absolute disaster.
Everyone would have left.
To bring it back to what Simon was saying about this is the thing about having the drafts, having 2 drafts day 1. Does mean it's all CC day 2, which I think that's worth it to make it all CC day 2.
Good for the stream.
Whereas those like final games really determine who makes the top 8, and I think that I quite like. I think that's quite good.
It definitely makes the stream a lot better. Day 2 stream is going to be that's what everyone wants.
It shouldn't be about the stream.
What do people want?
But
they
it
want
is
CC.
Good.
They do.
I don't know. I had this part of me is like,
do you want to watch a draft?
It really depends on the games, right? Like certain ones are good, certain ones like.
And it depends how you feel the gap of the draft as well, because actually it's quite a long time to be dead.
It's not that. I watched the US draft, and they went from like 1,000 or 1.5 thousand people watching 4 rounds of CC. The draft kicked in, and it went straight to like 700 views.
Oh, but it was
just like
we're here for the true fans, y'all. The people that will wait 50 minutes to watch a blowout game of draft where Chain just burn through his entire deck in 4 turns. That's what it's all about.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
that's the real Fab right there.
That'll be me. You'll drag my ass onto stream and be like, "Watch this, everyone! Watch me put my deck in my banish zone."
He's got 2B of the Vanguard in his deck, and he hasn't drawn either of them. So
Hamish has dealt exactly 1 damage, and he's decked himself.
He's had to charge a V. It's GG.
So, I've been looking at some of the results of the Nationals last weekend. Although Lexi has obviously continued to perform well.
Oh, remember that hero you said that wasn't very good, Simon?
I said she was trash, and up until last weekend, she hadn't won anything.
Oh, you didn't need to win. Oh, whatever. Right. I'm not going to go down this road again with you.
You speak to me like I'm a child. No,
I've told you once before.
I mean, she obviously is a good deck, Hamish. But
she's the best deck in the format.
The meta that we have at the moment is so shallow that if a certain condition is met, then actually Lexi falls away. Like, you could have, which event was it? There were 4 Lexis in the top 8, and only one of them got through to the top 4. Like,
weren't they mirror matches? One of them was a mirror match, and the other 2 were not a mirror match.
Yeah.
Well,
and the only one that got through was a mirror match.
Yeah, and wasn't that Yuki and won it
in the calling? Yeah.
So and
she's
every
not
final
is what I'm. She's not oppressive like
every final
like
bar
Starvo
one
and Chain were.
Had a Lexi in it, and Lexi has also won 5 nationals.
Best deck in format is not oppressive deck, Simon. Like it's just saying.
No, I'm not.
That's the tier 0 deck.
I'm not saying
right?
she's not.
Voltaire's
oppressive format either.
So
Voltaire is oppressive.
So you are saying she's the best deck in format.
She's always been the best deck in format.
So you're saying that
you're wrong.
I recall you saying that she was trash.
Yeah,
she's always been the best deck in format. So
it's fun to say. It's fun to say controversial things.
Trash?
All right.
All heroes trash. Simon Denning confirmed. 2K23.
Apart from Katsu, I think you're fine.
Katsu only non-trash hero.
I remember Finbar saying this. That Katsu's tier 1, right? Do you remember?
He is tier 1. What are you talking about?
Is this? Are you going to wear that
tier
shirt, Simon? Katsu is tier 1.
Tier 1 in our hearts. Yeah,
no, he's definitely not tier 1.
He's the player's hero.
He's definitely not.
But what we do
I'm being surrounded by 2 ninja fans. This is
what we do have is a meta where multiple challengers make good on the fact that there are so many Lexis.
Oh, I'm going to fight you in CC, Simon, and this is where you start to.
Wait, are you going to play Lexi?
You're making Hamish want to play Lexi just so he can beat
do it.
you.
I want to just show you how good she is. Can I borrow some cards? I
can lend you the whole deck if you want, mate. If you want to play Lexi,
yeah,
you go for it.
All right, cool, done. All right, can we talk about some Living Legend now? Can we talk a bit about? Can we talk about finally?
What do you want to talk about?
We cannot talk about that, Hamish, because I have something more important to talk about.
Okay, I guess
I never know how to get this into the podcast, but we have another.
Oh God, yeah!
Hey, come on.
Packs. How many minutes in? How many minutes
in? It's your job to do this.
Yeah, and I'm doing it.
Yeah,
I'm doing it right now.
But you only remembered almost 14 minutes in.
I did it before the podcast, but I've only just remembered. Well, I haven't just.
Come on, then.
You admit it. You admit it.
In a good moment. Get it out. Come on. Anyway, we have another. If you are a Push the Point patron, every episode we give away 6 packs of the current set, which is currently Just Till Dawn. So we have another winner after Joe won last episode. So I've done the wheel, I've done the names, and the person. Fun fact: the person who won was the person that suggested that I should just do it from the names that we have on Patreon rather than do a post on Discord. So yes, Hamish, none other than Darren is the.
Now he's not complaining.
How happy am I that someone who is going to be at UK Nationals won? So I don't know.
They can just pick it up.
Look at this.
Save myself £2.25 or whatever it was.
Yeah,
first class. So, congratulations, Darren. I will find you at Nationals, and you have 6 packs of Dust Till Dawn for you for being a patron of Push the Point. Should we announce the other thing? The other new thing?
We definitely should, because we really should have done that.
We should have done that at the start. That was really good. Should we go back in time? Should we just should we cut this bit? Because I think you could do this.
Yeah, I could, but I'm not.
You got so much time to edit. I think what we do is we cut this bit and move it to the start, and then we go straight.
We could, but we're not. So we're going to move. So what we're going to do?
So everyone who's listening, we are moving and shaking. We are making waves in the UK Flesh and Blood community, and we
huge waves.
We have a new podcast, Push the Point podcast partner. Hamish.
New partner alert.
Yeah, new partner alert. We've got Thistle Tavern, who is our new partner, which is a single store from Scotland. I don't know whereabouts in Scotland. Sorry, Thistle Tavern. But yeah, supplies all the UK Flesh and Blood singles around the UK. Been kind of fresh out the boat. I remember Trip was telling me about them. And yeah, actually, they just taken it off by storm, really. And we just started hitting up, having a chat. And yeah, they're our new partners alongside Living Realms and Metal Fab Tokens. So if you are a patron, you can get 10% off of your orders through Thistle Tavern using a promo code that only you know if you're a patron. There you go.
Yeah.
More reasons to be a patron.
So if you become a patron, you now have access to 10% off your Flesh and Blood, and not just Flesh and Blood. There are other card games on Thistle Tavern.
They got Lorcana on there, and they're doing really well.
Its name, but it works for that.
I just said it.
The game that shall not be named. Even though it's anyway, 10% off singles, and we still have our existing 5% off sealed product from Living Realms. And also the early access tokens from Fab Metal Tokens. So we are really offering...
And the 6-packs.
And the 6-packs, which is from Living Realms. Big thanks to Living Realms for that. We have a complete kind of offer for you. So we say it every time, but it
really is beneficial.
If you're buying
it really does
singles, if you're buying a box or two on release or whenever...
well, you really want to get some tokens.
You will probably make your.
I really want to see those fingers.
So you get access to the Discord as well. The Discord is a lovely, friendly place. I think we've got I don't know how many patrons in total. I think it's like
30 patrons nearly.
There's like 30 people on the Discord, so it's pretty popular.
Well, there you go. My son's walked in.
Yeah, but anyway, you should come along. You should join up. There's different tiers, so you just pay what you afford. Everyone gets the same benefits. So, yeah. That's the Patreon.
Join the Patreon, save some money, win at life.
Yeah, just join, and then use a couple of the discounts and see how you find it, and then.
And we are always talking with more potential partners, so stay tuned, and we may have more news in the coming weeks.
Why would you go to Patreon? You literally save so much money if you use any of these services, and even if you don't, you just could get 6-packs, and you just.
Yeah, Darren,
wish I had
6-pack. Yeah, 3 months worth of
That's
patrons.
like 30 quid, right?
Yeah, it's 6 packs.
£5 a pack these days. So that's
like 20 to 25.
Yeah, depending on.
What's that? Even if you're a £5 patron, that's what 5 months paid for.
Saving money.
Yeah, done. Do it anyway. Living Realms.
Right, Hamish, you want to talk about Living Legend, and there's been a big revelation about. A couple of big
I just said it
about Living Legend.
No, you didn't. Did I not? What are you saying?
You said one of the revelations. Which
Nothing's happened yet.
Briar has now moved over the threshold to Living Legend.
Right.
With a fatigue deck.
Yeah.
But I don't know if you've heard. There's going to be the first ever Living Legend event. At Barcelona in Worlds.
Yeah. Really? I didn't know that. When was that announced?
That was
on an interview
with Flake.
A Flake exclusive with James White.
There you go. If you haven't watched it, go watch it. There's a lot more details, but we'll give you the details anyway. So it's going to currently at the minute be a 0-ban rule game where
no ban list,
and it's not just the Living Legend heroes only. It's going to have all the heroes.
You can use any hero.
It's basically the entire collection with no bans. Have fun. That's it. That's the Living Legend.
What would you guys play?
I'll play Viserai because it's Skeletor and Sonata. Job done.
Viserai Skeletor's ridiculous.
Yeah, even James has brought that up going, that is pretty cracked. But he did lose to Starvo.
I mean, Ball Lightning Briar might be worth a go. Cheerio Briar with Ball Lightning.
Unfettered Chain, like just the pure Seeds of Agony also. with all the new tech now.
9 Seeds of Agony.
Oh my god, gore belching with Chain, with Seeds. Ooh. I think actually going to be really fun to go, what's the most broken thing? Starvo with Awakening. Prism.
Pulverize. See you later.
All the stuff.
I think you can just delete people as Fi though, right? Still.
Oh, shut up, Trip. Seriously, I like you.
That were just like
all these broken heroes.
All these. It was like the games were ending in like 2 turns. Yeah, you were just going like.
I forgot about that. I thought you just went. Fi will still win.
Back when Blossom of Spring was being ran, just
spreading flames, stubby hammers.
Yeah, or like a spreading flames, steady hammers.
That's actually really interesting. That's actually really fun, isn't it? That's actually, I love the absolute, like, just the thought of it. I think it'll probably get boring quick, and I think Living Legend. I think Living. Oh Jesus Christ! LSS knows that if we just do too much of this, it will get pretty boring, pretty soul.
Like a one-off event at like callings, side events, and worlds is a good way of doing it.
But I love the thought of no restrictions, plunder runs in, all that stuff, and then you even try and form a meta amongst the most broken stuff there is. Like, Fi Stubbies does all this sort of stuff, and then you go, well, what absolutely unchained chain deck could deal with this completely bonkers Stubbies Fi deck? You know what I mean? Or Briar will go, oh, maybe I can start. Ball Lightning's back with Plunder Run and all this crazy shit. I think it'll be really fun to just. There will be a meta within the absolute wild westness of it.
Way of.
But there's always a meta, isn't there? Like you say, Hamish. Like if one of those decks becomes the best one, then suddenly it's like, well, okay, maybe we just put some more disruption in, or like if like the Fi deck is the best one, then you just like you can do stuff with the. Starvo wasn't even around with that deck, so like Starvo's got the
Starvo could probably just
stuff
go
like that, and like if it just goes out of the gates, then what are you doing, right? You're playing with 2 cards every turn because they're just dominating stuff at you every time and giving you a frostbite and everything. So like I think I would take Starvo just to remind myself of that what that deck.
You did love a Starvo deck, yeah.
Did you actually like Starvo? I thought you hated it.
I enjoyed. Turns out I really enjoyed winning, so I actually pretty enjoyed Starvo for a bit. I played Briar at Pro Tour 1, and then I borrowed Finbar's Starvo deck, and I went something like crazy at the calling and almost made day 2 of the calling, and then I was like, you know what, this is a pretty good deck. I'd never played the deck before in my life. I just Finbar gave it to me, and I was like, I'll play it.
Didn't you do that with Briar at Nats 1 as well?
Yeah.
You just went, well, this is broke. I'll just take this.
Well, that's the thing, like,
and then you just literally just put on an
why do you think I'm not playing so much at the moment? There's no broken deck in the format, so I'm just like, well, what do I play?
Well, just play Lexi.
I have the land site. I do have the Lexi deck because I lent it to someone for the calling, but
Anyway, so the Living Legend format is
Living Legend sounds great. I'm a big fan. I was always a doubter, but as long as it's not of course, it's never going to be like a format that you have to play to qualify for anything.
No, he did mention that they may do a very very conservative, like one of very rarely a calling event that may have this, but they're going to turn around and go, here it is in Barcelona, 0 rules, let it take off, and then when they've got something they feel that they want to bring it into on a very special occasion, they may turn around and go, right, maybe we could just restrict 1 or 2 cards down, but very minimal looking at it. I'm kind of finding that's really cool, but at the same time, I'm really happy that they're not kind of going too ham on it. It is kind of that, it is what it is format.
It needs to be, I agree, Hamish. They need to be careful with it because it sort of defeats the whole point of the Living Legend system if Living Legend becomes the format, but I don't think that's going to happen.
I imagine it did.
Devil's advocating,
but it might do because Magic had a standard,
people like it,
and then they made a modern, and people might just turn around and go, "Oh yeah, this is somehow by just pure luck, all your broken stuff together is actually balanced." It balances itself out somehow. I don't know. Somehow.
I think new formats are cool. I think this is a bit of a tangent, but like, I think new formats for new players are what Fab needs more of, more than
I think it's a service.
Like for the old guard, we're pretty set in now, pretty priced in now. We enjoy the game. We know the game is good, and we just keep on playing it. But like, it's really, I think new players are where Fab is. Not struggling, but maybe could be doing a bit more for new players.
You say that, but actually, looking at the calling Birmingham, there were loads of UK players that like seemed relatively new. People were getting involved early, and now we've got the Professor's product coming out. Like in a couple of weeks.
Maybe I was segueing into something.
Hey,
how strange.
Yeah,
what's your
thoughts? I think that product is sick. I love it. What do you do? I think it's great.
The TCC
it's a little bit too
round
much
the
money,
table.
But I think it's great. I'm gonna buy one.
I'm gonna buy one.
I'm gonna grab 3 friends. I'm gonna play it because it looks fun, looks funny, it looks interesting. The fact that Ira's in it is crazy.
So that's the reason.
I saw a bit of kickback against the Ira thing, and
from James.
And well, no, a couple of people online as well saying that it doesn't make sense to have Ira, but it does because she's the easiest. She's the learn to play deck. If you're a new player,
why does she make no sense? I don't get it.
She doesn't fit in the theme of like you've got this crazy professor, you got a bard. It's just like why?
Oh yeah, because the bard and the professor
and Katsu was in the pits, and it is Katsu in the pits level of story, but it makes perfect sense because you go to your learn to play, you get your Ira starter deck, you play Ira, and then you got, hey, do you want to play in this? And you already know one of the heroes. It makes perfect sense to me.
It's not as if they developed a story around these 4 a bard, a mechanologist, a guardian, and a ninja walks into a bar.
Bring Ira back into the story, maybe. But
I don't understand why that pushback.
I think one of the spiciest things, though.
I've got pushback.
Go on then.
I hope it doesn't do the glistening steel blade thing.
Yeah. I bet it does. I bet you guys.
I'll be fuming.
There'll be a couple of things in there.
I just think that's what they do.
It's bad. It's bad.
No, it is bad. But I think the reason is because they're so scared of the product flopping that it's like if you stick chase cards in it, you know you're going to sell.
Yeah, but stick chase cards in that are a piece of equipment. Cool. I got my 1 piece of equipment. Nice one.
Yeah.
Do I need to buy 3? No, I don't want to buy 3.
It's kind of,
which they've done with the Guardian legs, right? Because a Guardian leg piece that blocks 3.
The Guardian leg huge. Is actually huge.
But buy your £70 product, get all your starter sets, take the 1 card. Nice one. Do I need to buy 3 of these £70 boxes? Yes. No, I'm not doing it. This is terrible.
Yeah.
I don't want 3 playmats with cardboard.
I'm worried.
No, I don't. But I've got a bit of faith because I think that the professor would have turned around and went, This isn't a good look. I don't think this is.
I think he knows what he's doing.
I think he knows what he's doing.
Getting people into the game. He's got so many people into Magic and lots of
also, Hamish, if they were one of Majestics, you've got 4 classes, and most people don't play 4 classes. Like if there are Majestics in each deck,
it doesn't work like that. I'm sorry.
Because it's the same with the Rhinar set, where the Rhinar got Alpha Rampage for bizarre reasons, didn't even get a Majestic, so it wasn't even like you could trade with your Brute friend.
No,
it's like, I can't change I trade my Glistening for your cool Brute Majestic.
Well, it was
one good.
It was the yellow that blocked. If you blocked with it, you flip that was it. That was the only card worthwhile.
That was the and it was like whatever. But I do like the product. I think it's good. I think that Ira is a great inclusion because it's a great hero we've been playing this game for so long, we forget how complicated it is, and Ira's just basic stuff, baby. You just do the same sort of thing.
Also, I love the headpiece that Ira's got.
Is it the one that you draw if you hit 3 times? It's a one-off. It's like mini mask.
If you've hit 3 times, you can use it as an instant to draw a card.
Should we, guys? Cool. I just thought of this right now. Should we?
I want to do a 4-player UPF. Yes, absolutely.
Should we play it?
Of course, we should do that.
Yeah, we should get Sean, and we all just pick our hero.
Absolutely,
and we'll do it
in the Fab Den at your house.
No. I mean, we could do it online, but
Shotgun Ira.
No, but to film our game.
We're gonna
do it online.
We'll do that. We'll do it at Worlds. Do it at Worlds.
Yeah.
Sean's not going to be at Worlds.
Is he not going busy at Worlds?
Sean is going to be at Worlds.
Sean should be at Worlds.
If Sean's at Worlds, we'll do it at Worlds, guys.
Let's do it live. I think we're going to... I think that's it. Is there anything more?
Yeah.
I know there's loads more, but...
I just want to say that it's good that... I really like that LSS is working with content creators like the Professor who know what they're doing. Like, I think it was a really good move of LSS to partner up with someone who's got so many people into Magic to try and get people into
the guy knows product.
It's a really good move in the right direction, and I think new players are what we need in the game.
They're the lifeblood, yeah.
I think people are a bit worried at the moment. I think people forget that it is the middle of the summer, and don't be too worried if you've not got as many people coming to Army. It's not a qualifying season. People are prepping for nationals. They don't even want to play their hero right now because they don't want people to know what they're playing. So just wait for the season to pick back up again, new products come back up again, and it does pick up in the winter. Trust me, the three of us have been around in this game for ages. In summer, we're all doing
There's a cycle.
It does. Yeah, it's just the way it goes. And then it comes to December, start of January, no one shows up again because it's Christmas time, and then spring comes around again, and everyone's it's
like what we were saying at the very start of this episode about video games. It's like the video game is not your life. Have a life and have a hobby and play and have more than a game. Like play a bit, don't play a bit. Play when you're having fun. Don't play when you're not having fun. That's how to live a healthy and happy life. Have other interests. It makes you a much more well-rounded people. That's why we enjoy hanging out with each other, because we've all got stuff we got lives and stuff. Like we got other things that we're interested in, and that's why we always talk about stuff that's not Fab at the start of the podcast, because we have stuff that we're interested in, and that's what makes Fab so special, because it's our thing that we share. But it doesn't have to be your entire life, and I think that's really important to remember. So anyway. Some home truths at the end.
Home truths coming through.
There's your public service announcement by Dan Tripp.
Yeah, thank you very much. Now for Garden Corner.
No, it's time.
I harvested my pumpkins this week.
No, right. I've got
4 very large jack-o'-lantern pumpkins.
We got time, right? We got time.
No, we don't.
No, we do not.
Fine.
No, we do not.
I'm going to bury. If you carry on talking about tomatoes, I'm going to bury myself.
Okay. Flipping amazing.
Do they? I've got some cherry plum tomatoes. They are.
Yeah, mine are great.
I'm going to end this. By saying I actually harvested my carrots and I used it. I harvested my carrots, I chopped them up, and Faye presented them to me on a dish with Marmite hummus, and I was a proud little rabbit.
That's so great, mate. We got some pickled cucumber that Kate grew, and we had it in a stir fry this evening, and it was insanely good. So guys, go out and grow some fruit and veg. Trust us.
Go back to nature.
Play Fab in the evening and grow fruit and veg in the daytime. You can't think of a much better life than that, eh? So
you can't think of a better life than that, eh?
All right, boys.
See you later.
Good luck to everyone going to nationals. We'll see you there.
We'll see you at the weekend. Consider becoming a patron, and thanks for joining us.
Love you, bye.
Love you, bye.